We currently have Brian Skidmore at the Bean and Leaf. Brian, can you tell us who's your greatest inspiration?
My greatest inspiration, I suppose, well, I started writing poetry when I was like 17, 16. I was in high school anyways. My English teacher played a CD of Tom Waits and made us read the lyrics while he was playing the CD. And then he gave us a poetry assignment.
And what was your first poem, do you know?
It was called The Meeting of Abraham. It was about this random experience. I went to the library up in the town I was living in, Colchester, and there was this black Muslim man singing in chants right in the middle of the library, and everyone was leaving him alone, and I was going through some poetry books, and so I just started having a dialogue with this guy, and it was quite fascinating, so I just like turned it into a poem. I can't recite it off the top of my head, so long ago, and that would be my first poem.
And how did you get introduced to the ukulele genre?
I got introduced to the ukulele genre about 5 or 6 years ago. I was at a show in the Secret Theater, which is non-existent anymore, but they had some crazy parties there and a lot of theater and underground shows. It was pretty sweet. But a friend of mine, Liz Larson, I knew her for about a year and a half, maybe 2 years at the point. She played the baritone ukulele and had this drummer back her up with just some like light brushes, and it just like blew my mind away. And then you know, at the time I was like still really into my poetry, and then I had gotten into like a little bit of hip hop and singing with ISL, but they were called Coco Joe back then.
Oh, I didn't know that.
This big party house called the White House over on State Pier Road. That was 2 summers of fun right there. And then I went to a show and saw that, and well, then I went over to her apartment, and we were jamming out a bit, and I picked up her baritone uke and started playing it, and I was like, wow, this is easy. And I could probably do all my poetry over this and write some songs. So it's been a blessed struggle ever since.
And you've also been picked to do a special project?
I've been picked to do a special project. A couple of them, actually. I was just recently hired by David Dorfman, who's the head dance professor at Connecticut College, to write and compose music for dance production over at Connecticut College, and also to write and compose music for his dance production company based out of New York City. Hopefully by the end of next summer I'll be more involved with that. But it's sort of like, you know, we'll see where it goes type of thing. And right now it's like a really amazing experience. I went up there this past Monday for 2 dance rehearsals, and I was just playing my ukulele and like playing some recorded songs, and here I get to watch this professor conduct an entire classroom of dancers to my music. It was out of this world. I couldn't believe it.
Now you do mostly humorous type songs. Do you ever like do any that aren't humorous? And
well, actually, I believe all my songs are quite serious.
Oh. Okay, well on that note, we are closing with Brian Skidmore over